28 points and just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Clippers. CP3 at point with Redick there in the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the three. Now let's go to Doris Burke. Doris.
Thank you, Kevin. Doc Rivers trying to help this Clippers team to the mountaintop. And Chris Paul said, "I've never had a coach that wants to win as bad as I do, until Rivers." Rivers said, "I'm just here to try to win. I always tell our players there's no guarantee to it. You have to be willing to get your hearts broken." Gentlemen.
He's getting him to lay it all on the line. Doris, thank you.
That's his second personal.
Well, the Rockets, wouldn't you say, are really to be commended, Clark, for rebuilding this team without tearing it down to the studs or tanking, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely, Kevin. I mean, they've improved dramatically with Harden and Howard. But this is a team that's held the winning record in the West now for 8 straight seasons. That's pretty impressive.
It is. Paul kicks to Barnes. The three ball. And the Clippers miss again.
3 straight misses here to start the second half.
It's Harden with the drive. No luck. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way.
And the Rockets showed great patience and planning over time, freeing up cap space, acquiring young assets. That enabled them to trade for James Harden and, of course, attract Dwight Howard in free agency, too.
On the wing, Jason Terry. Back to Harden. 6 to shoot. Houston needs to get a shot. And it's good.
And it was a pretty close game the first time they met, but the mistakes cost them. They were very careless with the ball. They're going to have to take care of it tonight.
Spencer Hawes is checked in for the Clippers. Turkoglu comes in for Matt Barnes. And then for Houston, Smith comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Pablo Prigioni in for James Harden. And it's Terry off the drive. 14 feet away. Smith cleans up the mess with the savage putback flush.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in sight.
You know, Clark, they could rewind and erase some of that sloppy play. I mean, they would have had the W.
Without question. I mean, you get rid of those turnovers and be a little sharper, but the turnover difference, too much to overcome.
Ball against Terry. Smith outside. Pass to Prigioni. Three-pointer. Spencer Hawes grabs the miss. And Griffin, here we go.
Oh, are you kidding me? Power punch right there.
Oh, great.
You know, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult while they're trailing.
Yeah, but still, you know what? A magnificent move to the rim.
Agreed. Guys, look, I don't know what the score is. That's the play we're all going to remember from this game.
Shot clock at 6. Smith drives in. Shoots from the corner. Shot by Terry, no good.
He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
The shot's good from Paul. Rockets leading by 11. 18 feet out. And it's Terry again missing. Spencer Hawes, an early candidate last season for most improved player, but his hot shooting steadily tailed off, Steve, with the Sixers last year.
Yeah, month after month, you know, his field goal percentage and three-point percentage just dropped. But I thought he found new life when he was traded to the Cavs. Remember, when you're on a bad team, you're losing night after night. It can be disheartening. I think that might have been some of what we saw with Hawes and his numbers declining.
Griffin sets the screen for Turkoglu. Dishes to Redick. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. Redick's got 12 in the game.
You know, he's knocking down his shots today, but it hasn't really translated to the scoreboard yet.
Here's Brihione. He's got 5. Smith outside. Feeds it to Terry. And it's Terry again missing.
He's going to play his way right onto the bench and out of the game if he continues to shoot it like he has so far in this quarter.
Kicks it out to Paul. Redick for 3. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
Important.
Clippers trail by 8. So on the floor for Houston. Ariza the 3 and Jones the 4. Harden out there with Corey Brewer. And it's Dorsey in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's Ariza on the wing. The 3. Turkoglu with it. Crawford, no one around him. Drops in the tray off the fast break. Crawford's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Clippers. Harden, that's good.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it sure seemed like he's going to keep them there. All by himself, it looks like.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Basket is good. The assist from Turkoglu. And that's now 10 points for Chris Paul. Harden has a wide-open look. The putback. Throws it down with the quick putback jam. And the Rockets lead by 6.
That's a hard-fought bucket there. Nice putback.
Turkoglu inside the line. Pause, dishes to Griffin. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls.
Really did a nice job recognizing the mismatch that he had and immediately cashing in with that mid-range jumper.
That's good. 33 points for James Harden.
Wow, such a steady hand. He's the one responsible for getting them this late lead.
Can't argue with that at all, Steve. His shooting percentage has been off the charts.
Crawford, no one around him. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Paul passes to Crawford. Turkoglu outside. He feeds it to Paul. Launches a 3. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Smooth, guys. Very good job there of getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
And you know, those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes as much as any single play in a game.
Yeah, they really can. I mean, they can't allow him to beat them to so many of those offensive rebounds. That'll kill you.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Harden kicks to Brewer. Houston moving it around. Harden with it. Chris Paul covering. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And Los Angeles with some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Hawes. Barnes comes in for Hito Turkoglu. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Jamal Crawford. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Rockets. Terry comes in for Corey Brewer. Ariza has the open look. And too long on the shot. The drive by Paul. Kicks it to Barnes. Fires the 3. And the slam by Blake Griffin. Now just a 2-point Rocket lead.
He could have tipped it home, but he wanted to give this crowd something to remember.
Dynamic work right there. Throw down that rebound.
Yes, sir.
Well, no need to back it out if you're in position for the dunk.
And he cannot hit the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. LA's gotten 3 of their 6 3-pointers to fall here in the fourth. Terry against Paul. Over in the corner, Barnes. Paul is doubled. 5 to shoot. From the high post. They grab their own miss. The dish now to Reddick. Another shot. Tries again. That one's in there. Pocket lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Griffin.
Great work inside for 2 vital points. That was an ideal scenario for him. Point-blank range, big height advantage, and he cashed in perfectly. The offense just getting right to the rim, but at least they saved the layup with the foul.
That's old school basketball rules. I mean, at the end of the day, no easy layup. Earn it from the line.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
He's simply just willing himself to the line here.
Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
This is the red-hot version of Chris Paul right there.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Harden against Barnes. It's Harden with the drive. Money!
Oh, what a basket, and at the perfect time.
How about the courage and backbone of this guy? Wow.
About 7 seconds separate in the shot and game clocks. Reddick, a good look. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Finally, late in the 4th quarter, they have tied it up. Astonishing comeback. We are now primed for a dramatic finish.
The biggest obstacle to the comeback was the clock. But they made it, and now they've got plenty of time to win it.
And here's Harden for 3. The 3 won't fall. Here's Paul. Oh, he put it down! What a shot! At the buzzer!
Nothing but zeros on the clock as he drains the winner. What a finish.
And he never had a doubt. He was celebrating the moment it left his hand.
So it's Los Angeles taking it